Two of the most common types of vacations are all-inclusive resorts and cruises. But what are the major differences in them? In this video, I'm going to tell you the major differences between an all-inclusive resort and a cruise, what's included in the basic price, what you can expect from each one, and hopefully, by the end, help you decide which option is right for you. The number one major difference between a cruise and all-inclusive is the experience, mainly the destination providing that experience. An all-inclusive is like a one-stop shop that is perfect for those looking to relax and have a good time. If you have a hectic life and need that much-needed relaxation with someone waiting on you, bringing you drinks and food, then this is one benefit to an all-inclusive. Now, with that being said, there are differences in resorts and resort brands when it comes to the experience. Not all resorts are created equal. You do pay for what you get. The higher brands typically come with more of a luxury experience, and when you upgrade to their VIP or preferred level rooms, you get even more of that pampered, luxurious feel. With cruising, you can still have a relaxing feel at times, but this is not the intent of a cruise. The benefit of cruising is you unpack once, but wake up in a new place every day. Cruising can be a bit more exhausting because you have somewhere new to explore every single day, or at least if it's a sea day, you have the whole ship to explore with activities going on all of the time. You don't get pampered the way that you do in an all-inclusive. Yes, there are servers who come around the pool areas and bars and take your drink order and bring you something, but it's nowhere near the level of an all-inclusive. When choosing an all-inclusive or a cruise, keep in mind what's most important when it comes to the experience. Are you really wanting a relaxing vacation, or do you want to see as much as possible in a short amount of time? One of the next major differences to consider is the food. Both all-inclusive and cruises have great food options. Most all of the all-inclusive resorts include every specialty restaurant in the price of your stay. Some may require a reservation, but if you can get a reservation, it doesn't cost extra to eat there. With cruising, most of the ships charge extra for their specialty restaurants. There are a few that do not, like Disney and Virgin Voyages, but these cruises can be extremely pricey at times, especially Disney when compared to the price of an all-inclusive. If you're looking for a quick bite, then you may have better luck finding that on a cruise. Most all-inclusive resorts have cook-to-order menus, whether at a quick service restaurant or their specialty restaurants. You can get a fast meal at a buffet, but those have limited hours. After that, you'll have to order your food unless you just want something small like ice cream or a cookie. With cruise ships, they have a lot more quick service options. These are typically the grab-and-go style options that make it quicker to get your food, but the food quality isn't quite as good from these as what you will find at an all-inclusive. Most all-inclusives also include room service options for free, and they do have a larger menu option than that of most cruise lines. Many of the major cruise lines now have moved to charging a fee for room service delivery, and they have even limited their food options. When it comes to late night dining, most all-inclusive resorts though close around 9 or 10, which kind of limits your late night snacking to a room service option. On cruises though, they typically have a couple more options that stay open later, like the pizza places and even some of the coffee and snack areas. If you're one of those who desire fine dining every single night and like to try new restaurants but don't want to pay extra, then you may consider an all-inclusive resort. If you don't really care that much about specialty restaurants and you just like to eat, then a cruise may be right for you. When it comes to activities, there can be the difference between being bored and having a good time. Both all-inclusive resorts and cruises have their share of activities. Most of the all-inclusive resorts have their activities centered around the pool or beach areas. You will have anything from foam parties, group games, dance lessons, beach volleyball, drinking games, and even more. With cruise lines, they have some activities around the pools, but most are the club-related activities like trivia, arts and crafts, scavenger hunts. It's always good to have something else to do that breaks up the monotony with some fun activities. When choosing which place is better, Well, it really depends on what you like to do. If you're a pool and beach person, you will definitely have bigger and better variety of activities at an all-inclusive. But if you like more variety of activities, then a cruise may be a good option. Nightly entertainment is something I always enjoy. I like to go out and have a nice dinner, then go see a show before turning in for the night. Both all-inclusives and cruises have great nightly entertainment. Well, most of them do anyway. I have been to all-inclusives and on cruises that did not have great entertainment, but that's not been very often. Most of the time you will find more entertainment on a cruise than at an all-inclusive. Typically an all-inclusive will have only one type of show a night. They may have a couple different times that they do this show, but not always. You could just be limited to one show at one time a night. Some of these shows are usually pretty good, but other times I'm just not real sure what I'm watching. Most resorts will have a nightclub or dance club that stay open late into the evening if you like to dance and party. This is typically your only late night option at an all-inclusive. Cruises can be the same way, but generally have more than one show a night. Most cruise lines also add comedians, game shows, music, and other types of entertainment to their nightly list. When it comes to entertainment, I have always found more options on a cruise than I have at an all-inclusive. There may be some resorts that do have a lot more available with scheduled entertainment, but I have not found any of those yet. If entertainment is important to you and you always need something to do or something going on, then a cruise may offer better options for you. Okay, so I had to throw this one in there, and if you haven't thought of it, I don't really know why you haven't, but that is motion sickness. One of the biggest differences between a cruise and an all-inclusive, well, one moves and one doesn't. This should be really a no-brainer. But some people forget that a cruise ship is on water, and that does mean that it moves a lot. Sometimes medicines like Dramamine or different types of motion sick oil will help with this and make it more tolerable. Cruising can be fun and enjoyable, but it doesn't matter how fun they are if you can't get out of the bathroom to go enjoy it. If you do get motion sick easily and it's miserable for you, then maybe you should stick with an all-inclusive option. If you're unsure and you want to give cruising a shot, I would recommend trying one that is shorter and cheaper, just in case, so you can test it out and see. Are you a beach and pool person? Well, I hate to tell you, but there are not any beaches on a cruise ship. Despite Royal Caribbean's beach pool that they have, this is not a real beach. A lot of cruise lines do stop at ports that offer a day at the beach, whether at their own private location or as an excursion option at another port. You can find a beach to relax at for a bit if that's all you really need. However, if you want that beach feeling all day long, you will have to find that with an all-inclusive. All-inclusive resorts also have the cruises beat when it comes to pool options. Most all-inclusive resorts have much larger pool options and swim-up bars and waiters that come around a little more often. This is nice when relaxing around the pool all day, and having a larger pool helps it feel less crowded. With cruise ships, they can only fit a certain size pool on it, so the pools typically are much smaller and they do end up feeling more crowded. Some cruise lines have tried to help this by adding multiple pools, but they still get crowded, especially on sea days. With all-inclusives, you have the beach and the pool options, so not only is the pool larger, but you get several people relaxing on the beach and swimming in the ocean, which helps reduce the crowdedness of the pool. So keep these things in mind when choosing which option fits your needs. There is a big difference between all-inclusives and cruise ships, and that's when it comes to the rooms. Now, you shouldn't be spending a lot of time in your room at either place. You did pay a lot of money, so why not get out and enjoy everything that they have to offer? Now, you will spend some time in there getting ready or just relaxing between activities, so it is good to have a nice place to stay. Of course, an all-inclusive is going to have a larger, nicer room than a cruise ship. Most resorts also provide you with a daily stocked minibar, snacks, coffee, and bottled water. Cruise ships, on the other hand, do not offer this service without costing extra or upgrading to a larger cabin. They also do not have any coffee options in the room. They cite it could cause a fire hazard. The showers and bathroom areas are also much larger at an all-inclusive than they are on a cruise ship. With an all-inclusive, you can get the option of a swim-out room to enjoy and relax in. And if your cruise ship has a swim-out room, well, there's something terribly wrong. These are some of the major differences between an all-inclusive and a cruise that we get questions on quite often. Hopefully, knowing these, it will help you decide which option is best for you and your family. Whichever you choose, I'm sure that you're going to have a good time, and then next year, choose the other option so you can experience both of them. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next adventure.